lại bác quan những rủi ro khi lại đó là hơn 60% thì nếu như mình làm như vậy là những cái người mà có experience đó, mình cho cái hai cái người nó quay xuyên cái một cái team thì nó giúp như vậy cho
Sound the alarm is all about our collaboration and coordination and cooperation with volunteers like you, as well as volunteers from community service groups, nonprofits, companies and businesses large and small, faith-based groups, and others. One of our ambitious goals is ambitious and doable, and that is to focus on making the 59 mobile home parks in the city of San Jose safer and more prepared. To make that happen, we are very proud of the partnership we have with the city of San Jose, the San Jose Fire Department, elected officials, which you'll hear from shortly, and the generous philanthropists who support these efforts. It is my great pleasure, starting us off today, to welcome the Chief of the San Jose Fire Department, Robert Sabian.
Thank you very much. There are some very important people behind me who have some very exciting news. But before we do that, I wanted to take a moment to just remind us of why the work you're doing here today is so critically important to the safety of our residents. Before a fire begins to even show any light or any visible smoke, it already is threatening lives in homes. Early detection by way of smoke detector absolutely saves lives. We have, in the city of San Jose, covering 211 square miles, 33 fire stations. When those fire stations hear the alarm, they respond immediately. However, that immediate response follows detection of a fire, a call to the 911 center, a dispatch of the fire engine, and then finally, the time that it takes to leave the fire station and arrive. In that amount of time, fires develop quickly. They double in intensity for every minute that passes. And a response time of 4 minutes, 6 minutes, or 8 minutes means that that fire has grown beyond survivability. Smoke detectors are absolutely necessary to save lives. Now, the work you're doing today then saves lives. It is as important as the work as the men standing in the back of the room do every day that they come to work. And so I just want to say to each and every one of you, thank you for taking time out of this beautiful Saturday and coming here and saving lives. Thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Also representing San Jose District 2, Councilmember Sergio Jimenez.
Thank you so much. I just want to say a few quick things. Just obviously, thank you so much to all the volunteers that are out here. This certainly couldn't be done without the resources, but also without you taking the time out of your day doing 2 shifts, I think, which is today, right? And I'm personally blessed because right now we're standing in District 2 in Magic Sands, and I think it's also important to recognize that what you're doing today is happening in the context of some recent fires at mobile home parks, in which some folks have lost their lives. And so I just want to sincerely express my appreciation to you, to folks that are funding this, the fire department, the mayor, and everyone else that made this possible, and of course the Red Cross. So thank you very much.
Representing the 27th California Assembly District is Assemblymember Ash Calro.
Thank you, Ken. You know, it's amazing to be able to be here with our community. You know, in California, and you may have heard, we just had a revision, the governor put out a revision of our budget, and there's more resources than ever going into fire prevention. Now, much of that money, understandably, is going to wildfires and going to, we've seen the tragedies that have happened in so many communities from north to south in the state over the last couple of years. But I think that we need to put equal amount of attention to fires in our cities, in our communities, in our urban communities, and in particular in our mobile home communities. And San Jose has some of the most beautiful, vibrant mobile home communities in the entire state, and we have to make sure we're taking care of those residents. They say it takes a village, and there's no doubt that for us to be able to be here right now, we are showing that we have an extraordinary village. And I want to thank our mayor and council member, Mayor Ricardo, Councilor Jimenez, the entire city council that have shown such dedication to ensuring that we're doing whatever we can when there are tragedies to respond. It's one thing to have a tragedy, it's another thing if you just let it happen and don't think about what you can do next time to make it better. I hope that you continue to come to our community and show us generosity and so much love, and we're forever grateful for that. And finally, and finally, to the Red Cross and to this extraordinary group of volunteers, all of this happens, these lives are saved because of you. And when people think about, well, what can I do to help my community? You can save lives, literally. And that's what you're doing. So thank you so much to the Red Cross. I'll do whatever I can to make this program even more successful, but it's clearly in very good hands. So thank you.
My great pleasure to introduce the Honorable Sam Ricardo, Mayor of the City of San Jose.
Thank you for the work that you and the Red Cross do every day, and to our Red Cross volunteers. It's great to see so many of you here this afternoon. I know that you are part of Red Cross because you care passionately about your community and about saving lives. I just talked to my good friend on Calendar, who's telling me all about, in just 1 year, she's been deployed 3 times to locations throughout the country. We are grateful to see you. All too often I see you, though, in the worst of times, when someone has experienced the worst event of their lives. It's nice to be here now when we have something great to celebrate. More on that in a moment. I also want to thank our hardworking members of the San Jose Fire Department. I don't know if we appreciate it. Thank you. You know, we don't always appreciate the extraordinary work they do day to day, but when you see it in real life, as I saw just a couple of weeks ago, we had a devastating fire in a large apartment complex. They managed to rescue, I think it was 24 folks who were stranded on a deck. Just extraordinary work without any loss of life or serious injury. It was extraordinary. And of course, saving more than 300 lives during the floods, again, without any serious injury. We are blessed to have these incredibly hardworking and very able firefighters protecting our city. So thank you, Chief, for the great work you guys do. And women. Now, we have had some very serious tragedies here in the last couple of years, particularly in mobile home parks. And we are a city in San Jose with more residents in mobile home parks than any other city in the state of California. This is a very important part of our community. And we know that we have a lot of work to do to make our homes and mobile home parks safer. All too tragically, as we experienced yesterday, as we were with the family, 2 of the family members are here. Thank you so much for joining us. We see the devastation of loss, the lost family members in mobile home parks, where we might be able to do more, where if we have fire detection systems, alarms, we can save lives. And Red Cross has proven that now with the Sound the Alarm program over 3 years, saving 416 lives because of the great work of the Red Cross. We know that there's more work to do. And Anku recognized this as soon as he had heard about the most recent tragedy. And so I am so grateful that he has stepped up in a big way, as he has more than once. In fact, this is the 3rd time we've seen Q Guam come to our city to the rescue. He is a man who has founded one of the most innovative companies in the world. I'm still trying to talk him into moving that company to San Jose. We'll get there. But nonetheless, he comes to San Jose to bring his support for us in the times of greatest crisis. And this time, he recognized the value in avoiding the crisis. And that was through a major gift to help us ensure that our residents and our mobile home parks are safe. And I'm so incredibly grateful that we have this guardian angel for the city of San Jose, Q Wong. And with no further ado,
good afternoon, everyone. You see this? See this? This is the only piece designed by the people of San Jose, given to me. I'm very proud of this. Thank you, Mayor Sam Ricardo. Thank you, all the charitable organizations, especially the Red Cross, which has initiated the Sound Alarm Program since 2014 for 100 mobile homes in America. I want to thank you all the volunteers who participate in this program. And especially I want to thank all the press, media, for your presence here today. Please bear with me, okay? A few months ago, 3 Vietnamese Americans has died because of fire. Another one just died 3 weeks ago, also because of a fire from mobile home in the 7th district. Yesterday, Mayor Sam Ricardo and I, with just a few friends of ours, to visit that family. I trust and know that Red Cross has big heart and desire to help, and you all are the volunteers, just like me. And this project has started since 2014. And today, in the city of San Jose, they were able to install the fire alarm in 1,372 homes have been installed. In addition to liability that I can face, because when Red Cross bought some fire alarm, and when they say it is a little bit expensive, and also it has certain side effects, I was a little bit worried. So in addition to liability that I could face with the fire alarm, I was thinking of buying it to provide to Red Cross. But I think about that, and later on I say, oh my God, if they sue me with the fire alarm didn't work. Right? And so they can be sued also. We can be sued also when you enter the home of the people. And they claim, oh, this lot, that lot, and so on and so forth. So I'm so scared. In the beginning, I get so excited about the Sound Alarm and Red Cross. I put on my Facebook, say, we're not doing it for San Jose, we do it for California, and we do this in 50 states of United States of America and 4 territories. Later on, I pull it off after I learn all this kind of recall, things like that. Okay? And also, as you know that, beside that, I was so scared when Letty was standing right there. He was telling me, hey, did you know that the blind are suing me because my website, I don't show the sign from the blind, okay? And so, therefore, I was thinking of a guy, Major Sam Ricardo. Let him be liable for it. Because this is his city, he will be responsible for every death that occurs in the city. So, why I thought about Sam Ricardo? I want to kick the ball to him because all this liability, this responsibility. And so, because he has helped me, and you remember, in the flood, I donated $5 million. I told him every dollar count, please, because we have to work for it. And I'm so glad he, with the Red Cross, with another number of charitable organizations in San Jose, had realized that program. At least every family, Vietnamese, mainly the Vietnamese American and some Mexican American family, they have received at least $3,000. In addition to that, the Red Cross have helped them to resettle them. At least in the home, you have TV, you have refrigerator, and especially among the Vietnamese, we have a pair of chopsticks, at least a few pair of chopsticks and a few more. Okay? So now, I would like to donate about $5,000 US to the city of San Jose. This fire alarm project. This government. And I want, and you know that we have a lot of problems in the fire alarm. Before I came up here, I have 4 fire alarms. I asked my driver, hey, he tried to test it. We burn the cigarette, it won't work. So what I do, I have to get a lot of paper. I burn the paper, it works. 3 work, 1 didn't work. So I'm more scared. So that's why I told the fire captain yesterday when I was sitting with me, I said, you must be responsible for it, and the fire chief must be responsible for it. Check them to make sure they work, so that we can, the people don't have any problem when using the fire alarm. And Luan also expressed to me, say the price you can reduce it. You know, instead of you certain things, that is why I discussed with Red Cross. If somebody is like me, I have 30 years experience in doing business in China. And you know, the cost that you're buying through a distributor. You don't buy through a manufacturer. I'm not sure Red Cross said know that. They didn't know that. I investigate the company, and also the company has some before this and that. But anyway, that is the thing. So fire alarm, the fire chief is sitting right there. I told him, please be sure, work with your organization. Check every single fire alarm that you give to them to get you. And the charity is not exclusive for anybody, not for you, not for me, not for anybody. Anybody can participate. Because the Red Cross, of course, you have the volunteer, you have the organization, but I love to have a Catholic organization. Because in that, I was very happy when I visit the park, that where the 500 mobile home, the 500 home, the many apartment, and then they were there every day there. And I would like to know that I'm very happy. How many of you coming from this area? You raise your hand, how many of you? Yeah, you see how many? Handful, right? Right? So, my purpose is, we don't have the Red Cross to have you drive all the way, just like Jennifer Chung or just like her group, to ride all the way all over the place. You study, you learn, or you have to receive the training, and the training, after you receive the training, maybe 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock, and next week, you're not able to come. Therefore, it is very critical, important I share with you. You are good volunteers, you are here, so you can help them. Also, I'm so happy to talk to the owner of this mobile park. And he said he owns so many, maybe 2, 3. I told him, hey, you are responsible for that. You should be responsible. Okay. And each one of your volunteers, I appreciate your part. Stand up, be responsible, lead them, help them, to make sure that every home has a manual. And it's very easy. I want to tell Red Cross and also the Catholic organization to have a plan, a manual. In case of fire, what you should do, where you should meet, right? Don't run back into the home. This is what you must do, what you must do. To give them, leave at their home. And we are so kind enough to provide the alarm. It is their responsibility to understand that. If they don't do it, we already do it for them. Yesterday, when I visit the site where the home was burned, you know what I did? I went to the next door to see how the people do that. I found that there was an alarm in his home, the next neighbor. And I want to tell you also, all those homeowners, regardless, Vietnamese, American, Mexican, American, Caucasian American, whatever, regardless, you should understand, you should understand, and you should take your responsibility to cooperate with the Red Cross, with the organization. Right? You should volunteer, you should participate. Not let the Red Cross, because I heard the report from Red Cross when I talked to them. They say sometimes we have to go, just like your people, have to go out, knock on their door, have to beg them, please, install. That is their responsibility. Okay? And also, I want you to make sure, very easy, I just go through this. I think the Red Cross already has a program, but sometimes you lack the information, things like that. Number one, you should come up with the manual. Okay? Number two, very simple, easy for you. Hey, who want to install the alarm, please fill in your application. You don't go there, knock on the door, everybody, explain to them, okay, this is to get that. And number three, if you want to install the fire alarm, please sign the informed consent to relieve Mayor Sam Ricardo, because he's responsible for it. And then the next guy is the chief fire department. And the third guy is the charitable organization. The Kiwan had nothing to do with it, because he provides the money for these people to be in charge. Okay? So, I want to call the reason Mayor bring the press and media to here today. I don't want you to talk too much about me, interview about me. I want you, because you are the public media. You are the one who guide the public. You are the one who influence the public. I urge you, please, send a message to all these homeowners, mobile homes, to help us to realize the importance of this program. And I want you to tell them that we need to complete the 59 mobile compounds in San Jose to help me to fulfill this little dream of having a fire alarm for 11,000 mobile homes in San Jose to show the thank you, America, for allowing us to come to this country. And it is our turn to pay back with gratitude and respect. This is just a little dream. I still have a lot of bigger dreams that I share with you. Some of you maybe hear me in the last October, hear me in the last October whenever I have an occasion to talk to you. Like Dr. Martin Luther King said, I have a dream. A dream for gun control so that no American will die because of shooting, regardless for what reason. You probably remember the shooting that happened at YouTube. The young lady get upset, she get mad because YouTube did not pay her for the number of views that she, on her YouTube, that she produced for them. The night before, just the night before, she got the gun and she doesn't know how to shoot. And I think this woman is not so experienced. Luckily, she did not know automatic rifle, AR-15 or AK-47. She got a single shot, so that by only 3 people. If she got an AK-47 or an AR-15, just like what happened in Florida, or just like happened in Las Vegas, see how many more people will be killed at the YouTube. We do not object American people to own a gun. And the question is, the gun is for what? But if you own a gun, of course we let Americans own the gun. You have the gun, every time you shoot, you pull this, you load 1 single bullet. The minute that you shoot that single bullet, the police ship is not here today, the police ship will appear. You see that? And so, therefore, we would like to call upon American people who influence, who talk to who force your congressman, your senate, to come up with a gun control. Yes, a gun control, you can buy 5 bullets per year. How many people you want to shoot at? So what you want to do? You want to you want to kill 5 a year? Okay, just have them only 5 bullets. After you spend that 5 bullets, go buy another 5 bullets. I am among million of American people. You see that. Demonstration, go to Washington D.C. and so on and so forth. Are backing the Congress, regardless Republican, Democrat, to have a law so that each gun owner can buy only 5 bullets per year. After you use 5 bullets, another 5 bullets will be allowed. I pray to God to help us to fulfill our dream. I am here, Ken was telling me that is not true or not. Major Sam Ricardo say the city of San Jose is having a plan to buy back the weapons. I heard that from him. I'm not sure. I didn't hear from you, so I'm not sure if that program is going to be good and how we are going to do with all the weapons that we bought. Okay, my second dream, because I want you to hear this, because I don't want to repeat this dream, that dream again. This is a dream we all put together, we pray so that the dream can become true. Another dream is for immigration law. And so that 11 million illegal immigrants can be resolved in the next Congress. Who should be allowed to stay, who should leave. I think the country has suffered enough. Enough is enough. This is the issue which divides our American people, divide parties. The issue must be resolved so these illegal immigrants do no longer live in constant fear, or to help them settle and let them fulfill American dream. It seems now some Americans have forgotten who is Columbus, who discovered America in 1412, and who lived on this land, Indian, and who came next, European, and in 19th century Asian. This is how America was born, state by state, with 50 states and 4 territories. Our next generation should learn, should remember where do they come from. Regardless of sex, color, skin, white, black, red, yellow, brown, regardless of party, affiliation, Democrat, Republican, Independent, we are all American. United, we stand. Divide, we fall. A dream that every citizen have a good healthcare plan which can prevent them from cancer, disease, and epidemics with very low cost by using all natural products which do not contain the toxic chemical or any substance which are very toxic and can save the healthcare plan at least billions of US dollars. I strongly believe that will happen in the next few years. I repeat that again, 100 billion. Mayor Sam Ricardo asked me yesterday, how did this project come along? I'm very pleased to announce that the production plan for this nutraceutical have been built, and within the next few months we'll be able to start. You know what fake Vietnamese news accused me? Accused that rat nutraceutical contain the poison. And fake news also accused that my health wine contain the blood, and you still keep drinking. And this fake news lead to a dream. A dream for a law to deal with the fake news, a law to deal with the unconditional law of CDA 230, third-party posting on social media network, which cause hatred, divide among our people. No period in the American history will impact our society, our political system, due to this fake news and the use of the social media network platform to post, share all this fake news to influence, to disrupt and destroy our country. Today, I am very honored and pleased to announce that Kiều Hoàng has filed complaint against the BBC in England in both court of USA, County of Ventura, for libel, malice, and defamation. In the Court of London, and is near Cambridge, so our lawyer Charles Harder in USA and John Kelly in England have come up with a court account, what we call account date of breach in London. I'm very proud and honored that BBC will for sure apologize to me. And you all, 325 Americans, should be proud of me as an American citizen to be apologized. First time in the history of the application by BBC. Besides that, I have a few complaints in the USA against you in the newspaper. Phong, the author of BBC article and the other, a third-party posting article. Finally went to see how it works for those websites that put all these fabricated articles to harm reputation and business that is protected by this server. So God, pray, help us to fulfill this dream. Thank you. I would like to invite the family who come forward to receive the check of 110,000. Please, come here, the family, and lấy chiêu. Lấy chiêu luôn. Em với mấy người cái đám của mình đâu. And the amount of 110,000, 110,000. Okay, this one. The amount is 110,000. I contribute only 85,000. And the following line member of Wine Club, like that, by Lê Chiêu Sân, Harry, Chairman of CEO of Hayward Court, Tinh Nguyễn Cao, Majestic Beauty Supply, Chairman, Chinese Chairman of Westport Precision, and CEO of Hưng Phát USA, Simon Sherry, he contribute 5,000. So total 5,000, so 25,000. Okay, three. All. Wait a minute. Maybe you can do kind of idea. No. You are your citizen, okay?
Mayor, can you sit here? We can't see the number.
Yeah, in front of the podium.
Yeah, in front of the podium.
Okay, right.
And I think you just hold it like one on your side on the bottom.
Mayor, come in. Okay. Mấy em đâu? Nắm cái của em đâu?
Đây.
Okay. Welcome. So next one, not finished yet. Don't take your microphone away. Not finished yet. Okay. Now your turn. Mayor Sam Ricardo. Every home burn, we have to come up with 100,000. If this continue, we'll go broke very soon. Now, Mayor, you should stop this by launching the Sound Alarm campaign. For San Jose, and I've said before, I am loyalty work so hard for it to earn every amount of dollar counts. So help us save lives. Try to complete this as quickly as possible before your term expires. Last at least, I'm not doing this to polish my name. And also the lady was asking me, are you going to run for something? I told her, no, they listened to me. I told her I had a very serious scene because I love a young, famous movie star in Vietnam, 52 years old, younger than me, than I am. That's why all this kind of problem, fake news come out and attack me. But my scandal is not that stormy. I cannot run for anything. Thank you, Mayor. Now, this is Mayor, your turn. Please. Yeah. Come on.
I can't handle this.
Thank you.
That's okay.